Hi, my name is Ciara Brady and I am here to review the Tuff Serene Express Dual Electric Breast Pump. It has a really long name. I have used this pump for 9 months. That's how old my son is, and I have used it since the day he was born. It helped me help him get a really good latch at the beginning. So I feel like I can give a really solid review on this breast pump because I have used it and used it and used it. I have successfully breastfed him exclusively, and I know that it's because I had this pump. At times when he was having a really hard time, I was able to give him milk that I had expressed. I love this breast pump, one, because it is super small and compact, so it's really convenient to carry around. I actually just use like a small little backpack to carry it around in. I wanted one that was convenient. I work part-time, so I wanted one that was able to easily be taken to work or wherever I was going. I actually traveled on vacation with my husband with this breast pump to Mexico for an entire week, and it was awesome because I pumped the entire time I was there because I was away from my son, and I carried it everywhere. I pumped on the beach, I pumped in restaurants, I pumped everywhere. So it was great because it was small and compact. Nobody knew what I was doing. The other thing I love about this breast pump, it's relatively quiet. It does a great job, and it has a lot of other really nice features, and I have all of the pieces to it sitting here so I can kind of show you all of those. One of the things I really like is it has this really nice display on the front, a roller bar here. It's got a letdown button, it's the natural expression button, and then the power button here at the bottom. This little faded button that's just above the power button is your My Mode button. So I actually have a mode preset on this pump so that I can have an expression really similar to my baby. So the pump is really great. When you press the power button, it has a faster sucking motion that then slows to a more natural motion, and you can press the letdown button to go into a different expression. So it's nice. It explains it really well in the manual, but I've gone ahead and set my preference to the My Mode button. So I turn it on, I let it sit, and then I press that button, and then it just goes the normal cycle. The other great thing I love about this pump is it takes me on average about 10 to 13 minutes to get a full bottle for my son. So a full bottle for him is 5 ounces. So I usually express 2.5 ounces on each side. And I pump, usually when I'm away from him for, at work, I work for 8 hours. I pump 3, sometimes 4 times. A morning break, lunch break, afternoon break. Sometimes on my way home from work if I need to. But the nice thing about this is I can just press that button and on away, and it's so small and convenient. I can just set it on my lap or do whatever I need to do. The display is really clear. When you turn the pump on, it does have a timer, so it shows you how long that you are going. It shows the battery life over in the corner, and then it shows what expression mode you're currently using. It also has an alarm feature, which I haven't used that much, but I could see that being really convenient for some people to remind you to pump if you're exclusively pumping, or if you just needed a reminder during the night while you're trying to build up your supply. So I love that it's just small and compact, so if you look at it from the side. The adapters are on the back, so the power adapter, and then this is the adapter for the tubing. But it's just small and convenient, and it's so light, and really truly it's rather quiet. Compared to some of my friends' pumps, I actually am really impressed with how quiet it is and how quickly I can express how good the suction is. So I'll show you all of the pieces that came with it. It does have just standard size tubing, so this purple piece is where it connects into the back, like such. Easy. And then mine, like I said, is a dual expression, so then this just second piece of tubing connects in here. This tubing did at one time when it was newer have these small purple little adapters that go on the end. I only have one adapter. With the washing of the flanges, this little purple piece was connected there with some glue or some kind of adhesive. It has since come off, and I actually contacted the customer service about it, and they actually told me that this is an unnecessary piece. So I just ditched it. I didn't want to pay for new tubing, and I actually get better suction without it. So let me show you how to put the flanges together, and then I'll show you where this belonged and why I ditched it. Comes with 2 bottles, obviously. I actually found that the ounce measuring on the side is really accurate. When I poured this bottle into another bottle, the amount is the same, so I appreciated that because I heard that that can be an issue. One of the complaints that I read about this pump online was that it had a lot of pieces to assemble. I'm actually 100% comfortable with that because it's a closed system. So the milk doesn't backflow into the tubing at all. It's a closed system, so it's actually really convenient. So it has just this purple adapter here, and then flange attaches to the purple adapter, attaches to the bottle. Okay, like so. It then has these 3 pieces. So there's one that looks like this, and this little pointed portion is where this little purple adapter belonged, but like I said, I ditched that because I only have one and there are 2 bottles. There's this piece here that has these little O-rings on the bottom. I have not had to replace those O-rings in the entire 9 months that I have used this pump, which I find impressive. There's a little clear diaphragm, so you take the diaphragm, put them in here, touch. I just run my finger around to make sure it's all attached. And then the piece with the pointed thing on the side just then attaches to this. This, now sandwich, attaches here. So it just screws on. It's really easy and convenient. Like I said, people complain there's a lot of pieces to this. It's a closed system. Any closed system, you're going to have a few more pieces, and I actually appreciate that about this pump. So a lot of times, like, you don't even have to wash this entire section. You can just wash the flange. One thing I'm missing is a small piece that goes here. It looks like this. Okay. You do receive a backup set of these. I'll show you all of the backup parts that I have. I have replaced this part only with the backups, and I contacted the customer service at Tuff, and they gave me another set of backups for free. So that was nice. But here is the assembled thing. There are 2 of these, so I'm going to quickly assemble the next one. Like I said, the other nice thing, when I first received this pump, this was the only bottle that could attach to these adapters. That has since changed. I have purchased the adapter. My son uses the Avent bottles, and I now have the adapter for the Avent bottle, which is incredible because now I can pump straight into his bottles. The pump does come with a bottle cap that does fit these bottles that come with it originally. I believe there's a newer version of this pump now, so it does come with the Avent adapter, but my son didn't like the nipple on this bottle, so I haven't used these at all. They have a little lid, it's so nice, convenient, whatever. I haven't used it. Set them aside. So I was so happy when I figured out that they carried now an adapter for the Avent bottle, which is fabulous. So sometimes I still use these, and sometimes I use these ones, and then the milk that I express into the other bottles, I just dump into a storage bag or whatever I'm doing with it. So I'll just go ahead and put this one together. Like I said, that you take this, we put it into the bottom of the flange here. Ta-da! Attach to the purple. And then you've got your sandwich of the 3 pieces, the scoopy, the diaphragm, and the one with the pointed part on the top. So you just place the diaphragm into the scoop, make a little sandwich. Ta-da! Go ahead and screw that on. So now to attach these pieces, you obviously attach the tubing to the pointed bit here. And like I said, the purple piece, my one complaint, helps connect these two, but I get better suction without it. And when I contacted the customer service about it, they actually told me that it's an unnecessary piece, and if this tubing ever stretches out, you can just trim it and then move on. So 1, 2, you're all set to go. I like the power adapter. The cord is actually really nice and long, so you just take the power adapter, put it into the wall, plug it into your pump, or you can use the battery option. I prefer to use the power adapter. I feel like I get better suction with it. When I'm in the car, I don't like to use the battery, so I've actually purchased off of Amazon this red little power adapter, and that plugs into the cigarette lighter, and I prefer to use that. The pump does come with a manual expression, hand expression. I don't like using it. It has better suction, it truly does, but you just pop off and then you can pop this on and then go to town. I just would prefer to use the electric, so I have used that on a few occasions. It's nice if you just want to take the one for you, but it's tiring and it takes a long time, and I've been spoiled by this pump because it truly only takes me 10 minutes and I can get a full bottle for my son. My employer likes that it doesn't take as long. You do receive a little baggie of spare parts when you get the pump, and it has extra little things, extra little O-rings, this thing. So, like I said, I've replaced these once before, probably about a month ago, and my pump is working great. The other thing that I've been really impressed with this company is my pump did start to lose a little bit of suction. I still pump really regularly. I donate breast milk, and I'm like trying to build a freezer supply back up for my son. Like I said, I went with my husband on a trip to Mexico when my son was about 6 months old, and I wanted him to have breast milk the entire time that I was gone, and I wanted to make sure there was a very large amount that he wouldn't run out at all. And I was successful in doing that. I pumped over 460 ounces for my son and continued to donate a ton of milk also to a bank. So I'm really, really happy with this pump. I have successfully used it. It's fabulous. It did start to lose a little bit of suction, I would say around the 8-month mark. I contacted their customer service. I live in Sandy, Utah. The customer service office for Rumble Tuff is in Orem, Utah. So it's about a 30-minute or so drive for me. Not a big deal. I contacted them. They said, if you don't want to pay for shipping and you want us to fix it right away, come on in, we'll just fix it for you. So I made the little trek down to Orem. No big deal. I went right into the office. They were so sweet. He took a look at my pump, and he fixed it right on site. He took it in the back, worked some magic. He actually replaced the circuit board up to an updated version, put a muffler inside the pump so it would be even quieter, and he gave me some replacement parts. He gave me a bunch of tips. He was super convenient. It was super convenient for me. He was so kind. They were so nice, and it was really, really great. They told me about the Advent bottles. I was there. I was asking questions about the tubing. Like I said, I have used this pump. I have used it, and I have been so happy with it. It is fabulous. I like that it's small. It's pretty cute. The color is nice. It's convenient. I can just chuck it into any bag that I'm using. It fits in my diaper bag with all the other stuff. I have a bag that I take to work. I've chucked it in a backpack. I love it. It's awesome. I would say from the reviews that I've read, the most complaints were that it has a beep. It has a suction noise and then a beep. It's a beep, no big deal. It's fairly quiet. Doesn't bother me. This other complaint was that there are a lot of parts for it to wash. I already kind of addressed that. I'm totally comfortable with a lot of parts to wash because it's a closed system. I would much rather have a closed system than have to replace tubing all the time because the milk backflows into the tubing. The other thing that I've read reviews about this pump, the complaint was that it can be hard to get replacement parts. I haven't had any trouble with that. The customer service has been fabulous. They even sent me an emailed list of all the different replacement parts if I wanted to purchase additional flanges, ones to keep at work and ones to keep at home. It's very inexpensive. The adapters for the Advent bottles, I think, were $9 with tax. No big deal for me. I was super happy with that price. And it's all very, very reasonable. Fourth complaint, I would say, was that it doesn't come with a very good bag. The carrying tote that you receive with it is kind of funny. It looks like a reusable shopping bag. But I'm totally cool with it not being built into a bag. Totally cool with it because I would hate to be attached to a bag. I love that it's small. That's the reason that I bought it. I can check it into any bag that I want. So it's fabulous. I love this pump. Tuff Serene Express. It's fabulous. And I really wouldn't change anything about it. Maybe this little purple unnecessary thing. I understand the point. When I was there, the man that was there explained to me that it's there basically for looks because people were worried about the tubing. I'm not worried about it. I can tell you I've used it without it. I get better suction and it doesn't matter. So thank you so much. I hope this review is helpful for someone, and please feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions. I'd be happy to answer them because I've used this pump for a very long time and it's done great for me. Thank you so much for watching.